This is the Uptick Newswire Stock Day podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews, public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world, with your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, we have a returning guest, and I spent some quality time with this gentleman about a month ago at the Uppy Awards, and I really like the guy. I really like the company. We're talking no other than PDEX Inc. They trade on the NASDAQ, ticker symbol PDEX, and with us today is the CEO of that company, Rick Van Kirk. Rick, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Everett. We enjoyed this. And I do want to say we really enjoyed the evening at the Uppy Awards as well and getting to know you and the team.
Well, thank you very much. You know, since you've been on the show, which has been about, 3 or 4 months, we've had a lot of new listeners. Give us a little bit of an about statement and what you guys are all about for our new listeners.
Well, we're a medical device manufacturer in Orange County, California. We make primarily powered solutions for the operating room, arthroscopic shavers, cranial screwdrivers now for other parts of the body. Traditionally, we've been more of a contract manufacturer for the large medical device distributors. Now we're still doing that and becoming more of a technology company with some of the solutions that we're offering to people out into space.
You know, as the year ends, our approaches, if you will, there's a lot of companies that are recognized for certain achievements during that year. Does PDEX have any news in regarding to that?
Yes. In addition to an Uppy Award that we're very proud of, Best Scientific Medical Product, and I'm really serious. We really value that. We also locally have a couple awards. The Orange County Register has named us as a top workplace in Orange County for the second year in a row. And the Orange County Business Journal, we are on their list of fastest growing public companies, this year number 8, last year number 11. So we think that's a good sign that we continue to progress and do well here.
Yeah, I saw that in the Orange County. Congratulations on that. Something that you guys should be proud of. You know, the last time that you were on the show, we spoke and we discussed a little bit about some new products in development. Where are we at in the process of that?
That's going pretty well. We still plan to have that released and ready to go, in March, early April. It's into validation testing now. We're excited about it for a couple reasons. It's a PDEX product. It's one of the first in several years PDEX branded product that does a lot of the things that our drivers do. So that really shortens our sales cycle, where we don't need to go out and sell development work and then manufacture. We can go out and sell a product. Makes it a lot easier for the BD team to go out there and do some things. The other things that are cool about it is we're able to offer some options, some features that really aren't in the marketplace at all right now, which that we think ultimately will help us get a jump on others as well.
You know, you bring up a very good point, bringing out new products. I want to just turn the tables here a little bit. You just came out with your first quarter revenues around $5.2 million. If you could maybe break it down for our listeners, what was international, what was domestic, and where do you go from here?
You know, it's primarily domestic. We are close to shipping more international. Frankly, some of the issues are cost of use in hospitals in Europe for some of the battery-powered products that we do. So we're developing solutions, we believe, that reduce that cost per use and will make it more attractive and help us get through the approval process and start, delivering more product overseas.
Since this was your first quarter in 2018, even though we're in 2017, you got 3 more quarters left in that fiscal year. Where do you see maybe the growth in certain international markets that you guys would like to look at or penetrate?
It would largely be Europe. In fact, some of our current customers, we have opportunities there. Again, if we can solve some of the costing issues they have, and finish up some of our regulatory processes, if you will, and get the right markings and approvals to ship there. All that's in work right now. So I think it would be largely in Europe would be our next logical step in terms of international growth.
My guest today is Rick Van Kirk. He's the CEO of PDEX Inc. They trade on the NASDAQ, ticker symbol PDEX. Their stock price is just a little north of $7 a share. Now, you guys have been named as one of the top workplaces in the region. Why is that so important to you, and where do you go from here? How does that make you guys feel?
Well, we're really proud of that award. We're proud of all the awards and the whole team here, but the reason that I think that is important, there's 2 reasons. One reason is we're a relatively small company that needs to be nimble and react quickly and try things and be somewhat aggressive. And in the workplace, the reason we get that award is based on a survey of the employees. And what it basically says is the employees feel like they're valued, they're communicated with, they're involved with things, they're listened to. And for us to move quickly and react in an appropriate manner, we all got to be on the same page. We all have to be on the same team. We can't have silos. We can't have people that are unhappy. And this shows to me that we're creating that type of environment or culture where we can work quickly, efficiently, and have fun with each other. The other part that's important to me, maybe personally, is I was given a really wonderful opportunity to lead this group of people that I'd worked with for years, some loyal people that really stuck through it during some really tough times. And this award tells me that we're making this a good place for people to work. And so I'm proud of that. I'm happy for that. They deserve it. And I'm just happy we're able to provide that for everybody.
On your fine line molds division, the manufacturers, plastic injection molding, how's that coming along? Are you guys seeing any kind of growth in that particular market, if you will?
We're not seeing growth yet. Frankly, it's not one of our core competencies. We're learning as we go. When we started this turnaround 3 or 4 years ago, we tried a lot of things. We didn't think we could afford to sit around, and one of those was to try a couple small acquisitions to try to bolt on some revenue and cash flow. And we learned a lot about what's required to do that. We learned the difference between buying a business and buying a job and transitioning. And frankly, we're still working through some of that. Luckily, the core business is doing very well, and it's affording us the time to kind of sort out what we're doing with Fine Line, and that's still kind of a work in process.
In closing here, if I was listening to this interview, why should I go out and buy your stock?
Well, I think it's a good time to be involved with ProDex. You are really good about sharing the results in terms of the company financials and stock prices. We have new products coming out. We have features we're developing that other people do not have that we'll be coming out with. We do have the good chemistry and culture and teamwork that enables us to work quickly and also communicate directly and challenge each other to further improvements and new products that maybe we hadn't thought of. We're developing relationships deeper into our customers, where the CMF division is now introducing us to the thoracic division, to the spine division, so this technology covers all these areas. So we got new products, new options, making new friends and existing customers. There's a real sense of momentum here. And like I said, I think it's just a good time to be part of it.
Well, I will say this about your company and about the man, Rick Van Kirk. It's an upstanding organization, upstanding company. When you guys first came on my show, your stock was trading at $4.75. That's a fact. At that time, I told my listeners, go out there and buy the stock. Your stock now is north of a little bit of $7. I still think it's undervalued. I'm going to tell them it's a buy in my book. In closing, is there anything that we didn't get a chance to touch upon, Rick, that you would like to get out there to the listeners?
We touched on a lot of things that are important to me and us. I appreciate this opportunity to talk with you guys. I'll repeat, I think it's a good time to be part of ProDex. I want to thank the people out there that have been a part of ProDex and supported us, and I think we'll enjoy the ride a bit further.
Well, if I don't get to talk to you before the holidays is over, happy holidays to your team and your organization, and Merry Christmas, and hopefully you guys will come back on the show in about 40 or 50 days and give us an update.
Yeah, thank you very much. Same to you and your team. We got to know them and really like them back in the meeting in November, and look forward to coming back anytime. Anytime you like, we'll be on.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by Uptick Newswire, LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are those of the guests and those of the respective companies they represent, and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Uptick Newswire. Uptick Newswire encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional. The guests of this program may have paid for its distribution and are not directly affiliated with Uptick Newswire or this station.